Have you ever had a game that you really enjoyed and you played that game like pretty much all the time, but for one reason or another, you stopped playing that game for like 6 months or so, and then you go back to that game and you realize that you have no idea what's even going on anymore? Because that's pretty much me here with Heroes of the Storm. Apparently some sort of a new event is actually live right now. I have no idea it's time to play. There's a toys bundle going on here. Oh. So it's going to be an entirely different art style. Okay. Stitch's skin right there. Okay, that's all for Stitches right here. This is going to be for Dahaka. Okay, and that's going to be for Valera. I gotta say, not a fan of the Toy Heroes bundle. It makes sense given the holiday season and stuff, but not really a big fan of that. My goodness, man. I have played so much Heroes of the Storm over the years. I was actually part of the beta. You can see here the portrait that I'm currently rocking. Where do I even go for this? It'd be under achievements, I would imagine. You get this for having played during the beta, which was like 3 or 4 years ago at this point. If we actually check out my profile here, we can see all sorts of stats and stuff like that. We can also filter out quick match and unranked and Hero League and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I have been playing Heroes for 3 years now. I have almost 2,000 matches played. And keep in mind, because this is a MOBA, a match isn't like, you know, in Call of Duty or something like that, where it's like, you know, 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Matches in Heroes last anywhere from 15 at like the fastest to sometimes 30, 40 minutes, really depending, right? It's actually quite interesting. And here today, I thought it would be fun to go and play Heroes of the Storm again. It's been a very long time. It's been about 6 months or so. I have played a couple of matches over the course of the past week just to kind of get back into the swing of things, but I thought it would be fun to hop in here today and make a video playing Heroes of the Storm, talk about the game itself, and basically explain how the game works if maybe you are interested, because this is a free-to-play game, and before I go any further, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. It's a game I've been playing for a very long time, and I really do enjoy it, and maybe you're thinking of playing Heroes of the Storm, right? It is free, and it's a MOBA game similar to Smite or League of Legends or other games like that combines a bunch of different characters from the various Blizzard universes. Of course, we have Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Overwatch, and then the Nexus. This is interesting to me. So this isn't really a Nexus thing. The Lost Vikings are a very old Blizzard intellectual property, but this character right here, Orphea, who I think just came out recently, I don't even know what she does. She's a character whose lore and backstory is straight from Heroes of the Storm, which is actually really weird. So when they first started making Heroes, the idea was, once again, to take all these different characters from the various Blizzard universes and put them together in one MOBA game and call that location the Nexus, right? Well, now the Nexus is spawning its own lore with characters like this, which is kind of interesting. But we have characters like Murky, and we have Uther the Lightbringer, and Sylvanas Windrunner, and Jaina Proudmoore, and of course Ragnaros, oh, wait for it to load. There we go. Ragnaros. All sorts of characters from the Warcraft universe. Then StarCraft here, we have people like Jim Raynor and Abathur and Sergeant Hammer, who's kind of just like, not necessarily like a... I'm not sure if Sergeant Hammer is necessarily a lore character. Of course, they all have skins, by the way. All sorts of different skins and stuff like that. It wouldn't be a MOBA game without skins. Lieutenant Morales here is basically just a medic from StarCraft, but they gave her an actual name and, you know, a little bit of lore about her and stuff like that. Of course, we have Diablo characters as well, Overwatch characters, so many fun characters. And yeah, who should we play as here? I feel as though the best character to play as, honestly, as much as I want to play Murky, who's a Murloc, and just by far my favorite character. If you go by level here, I put a lot of time into Murky. I think for the sake of it, we are going to play as Jim Raynor. And the reason why is, I'm not sure if it's actually true of the game now or not, but back in the day, Jim Raynor was the tutorial character that you got to play with. When you learn the game, you boot up for the very first time, and you played the tutorial. Uther, who I showed you, who is a support character for the Warcraft universe, Uther basically teaches you the game, and you play as Raynor. So I think that's actually quite interesting. So I figured we'll play as Raynor here. He's a pretty simple character, all things considered. And yeah, I'll basically explain how Heroes works at a very basic level, and then start talking about some more advanced things later on in the video. But until then, I'm going to skip ahead until we actually have a match to play. All right, with the queue out of the way, we are finally ready to go. We are going to be playing at Volskaya Foundry, which is a map that is designed after Overwatch, of course. What makes this game so interesting as compared to other MOBA games out there, at least in my opinion, is not only the fact that you have so many characters from different Blizzard universes, but also there are so many different maps. Now, most maps are actually kind of the same in terms of the objective, right? The idea is destroy your opponent's core, but the difference is between the maps, there are many different ways for you to go about that. Here on this map, we actually have to take control of these different capture points, and if we hold it for long enough, we get to control a giant protector robot and then destroy everything with that robot. Our team is going to be myself as Rainer. We have a Zeratul, a Mal'Ganis, a Malfurion, and a Murky. The other team is going to have a Jaina, a Lily, an Orphea, a Diablo, and a Sylvanas. Now, right here, like I said, the core, right? The core is basically your base, essentially. This is our core right here. This is what the opposing team is trying to destroy. We have these different towers here protecting it that they have to get through, and then we have even more towers here in the mid lane that they have to go through as well. These are going to be little health packets, pretty much. What do you do on this map? That's not a very good sign for my teammate right there, but of course, this is a random game. There's a chance I'm going to lose and lose badly. You never really know. But here are going to be the opposing team's towers. You see this here on the mini-map. They have the same thing we do. Every map is pretty much symmetrical. And yeah, so right here's going to be a little bit of a health thing that we can go ahead and grab. We can only use it every 2 minutes, so just keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and take the talent here, which will give us more damage to disabled heroes, which disabled means slowed, anything like that that you can do. Ah, we're going to have a little spray war. Okay, I can dig that. Right now, we're just kind of feeling each other out, trying to see who's going to make the first move, and there we go. We're going to go in for it. Backed up a little bit. Now, I'll be talking more in depth about the characters as the game actually goes on, but right now we have the initial skirmish. Pretty much every match starts this way. You have your initial skirmish that really doesn't mean anything, where usually maybe 1 or 2 people end up dying, and then after that everyone goes and splits off and, you know, goes to their lanes and starts soaking experience. So one of the interesting things about Heroes as compared to other games out there is that the game itself has what they call shared experience, right? So as you can see, when I kill these minions here, which most games have a minion wave like this, we get little bits of experience, which is pretty good, right? That experience is all the way up here at the very top of your screen. That is going to be going towards our team's level, and the reason why you want to level up is because you get more, you become stronger, you get more health, you do more damage. Basically, lots of really good things happen the more experience you have, right? And also, you get different talents at these different levels, which talents are a pretty big deal, obviously. So let's go ahead and get some shots on this Sylvanas. She's trying to clear out our minions, but I'm not too worried about her in particular. I'm going to back up here, though, because those towers do damage to you if you're near them. You need minions to be able to soak the damage from the towers themselves. So it's good to soak as much experience as you can possibly get, but of course, it's not all about soaking. You have to play the objective. You have to work on killing characters and stuff like that as well. This Sylvanas thought she'd be wise right there. Now let's go ahead and show you guys that fountain here really quickly. So you can use these fountains once every 2 minutes. See my health bar right there. You take that, it's going to give you a little bit of health and mana back, but there's a 2-minute cooldown on it, so you can't use it all the time, and they can be destroyed by the opposing team. Those little orbs right there give you back a little bit of health and mana as well. And let's see if we can get some shots here up on Jaina. Jaina is not nearly as scary as Sylvanas, because she has abilities like that, which are very, you can see them coming from a mile away. You can typically avoid a lot of them. She's kind of hard to play in a one-on-one situation, especially against somebody like Rainer. But now here comes Sylvanas. Let's back away from her. When it comes to the abilities that Rainer has here, our Q is going to be Penetrating Shot, which is going to deal a decent amount of damage, only 10-second cooldown, and then knock our opponents back and slow them as well. It's a skill shot. Our W is going to increase our attack speed and our movement speed, as well as the attack speed and movement speed of minions around me. And let's see if we can get up here a little bit, get some more damage off. All right. And it's also going to be helping out, body block for you. Take that damage so our boy Fuzzy here doesn't end up going down. All around, it's pretty good ability there as our W. That's going to be our Inspire. And our E is going to be Adrenaline Rush, which is going to allow us to heal for 25% of our max health over the course of 1 second, which is actually pretty good. And our basic attacks are going to reduce that cooldown by 0.5 seconds. So there's a bit of a cooldown reduction there. Now let's go ahead and take this one, Fire Flight talent. It's basically going to give us a little bit of armor whenever we activate our E to heal ourselves. And armor is basically straight up damage reduction. And keep in mind, this is only for Rainer. Every character in the game is going to have completely different abilities. And that's actually, in my opinion, one of the things I really like about this game. Is that every character feels so unique, and they all play like they should from their given universes, right? Now, I can't really speak to games like StarCraft necessarily, but I play a lot of WoW, And, oh, there goes Murky. That's okay. Murky comes back pretty quickly. You know, I played a lot of WoW. I played a little bit of Diablo. And I can say the WoW characters in this game feel exactly like they do from WoW, which is actually pretty great. Let's see if I can back up here. Malfurion's up there taking a little bit of damage, but our 2 minutes is up. I can take a quick sippy and get right back into the fight here. There you go. We got a kill on Diablo. Don't die, Fuzzy. See if I can get some shots. Oh, come here. Come here. There we go. Yeah, that Jaina should not have gotten as close as she did. Now, I'd prefer to not be in this. Actually, I'll be in the gunner. I'll hop in this. This is a vehicle that I'm not honestly very good at, but it's okay. So, as you can see, we got the big robot here for winning that fight, which is fine. I actually kind of like that. You know, that's all good and dandy. But I was never that good in the robot itself, like as a gunner or anything like that. And so I want somebody else to do it. But since I'm here, I guess I'll do a little bit of damage, as much as I can anyway. See if we can focus down the Sylvanas here. At least get her to maybe want to back up a little bit and do a little bit of damage that way. Without our team helping us, we're kind of just taking a lot of shots here, doing some more damage to Sylvanas. And looks like our team's going to be spreading. Murky is going to be split pushing, which is actually super smart. Split pushing, if you check the bottom part of the minimap here, you see Murky down there just attacking random walls and minions and stuff like that. The reason why he's doing that is he's getting us experience while their entire team focuses down our robot. We don't have to worry about us dying, really, when we're in the robot like this. And we have a new talent here. Let's go ahead and take this one right there in the middle. I'm going to take Unstable Compound. I like that one in particular. So yeah, check out the minimap here. Murky's getting these towers down for us while we were working on the big robot. It was actually pretty good. The first objective is typically not the biggest thing in the world because, you know, you don't have a lot of health, you don't have a lot of talents or anything like that. It's not as if you're going to completely push their core and win with the first objective most of the time, right? So it was a very good split push there by Murky, which is what Murky's actually kind of good at doing, which is why I like playing as him so much. All right, let's not stand in that. Get some more shots off on Sylvanas. Get this globe for myself as well as Malfurion. Malfurion's a healer. I should talk a little bit here, I should say, about the different... Oh, let's get some shots up here. Oh, Sylvanas! That Sylvanas stayed way longer than she should have. So there are different roles here within the game. There are tanks. There are bruisers. There are assassins. There are specialists, although I don't think that's going to be a proper category soon. And then there are going to be... I can't think of the name right now. I'm like thinking and playing at the same time. Support. I couldn't think of it like while looking at Malfurion. I'm like, what class are you? It's been so long. Yeah, support, right? Supports are basically your healers. Malfail here is actually going to be... It's not Malfail, is it? No, Mal'Ganis. He is going to be a tank character. And tank characters are what you would think of, right? They take a lot of damage. We have our ultimates here. I'm going to go ahead and take Hyperion. I've always been a big fan of Hyperion as an ultimate for Raynor. We'll be talking about ultimates here in a second. But, you know, tanks take a lot of damage and have a lot of crowd control abilities. Healers, obviously, can heal and do some other things. Assassins are kind of like damage dealers. Specialists are also pretty much just like assassins in that... you know, they're damage dealers. They kind of focus on different kinds of combat, like AoE and stuff like that, but pretty much they're still just assassins, which is why I think they're actually getting rid of the phrase specialist in the future, although I may be wrong about that. I could have sworn I read something about that at BlizzCon. And so, Raynor's an assassin, if you can't tell. You know, you sit back, do damage. Diablo, who just dove in there, he is, let's even knock him back a little bit, he is going to be a tank, so which means lots of health regen. Not a lot of damage, though. And he dove in there to try and take out our Malfurion, who of course once again is a support. But Malfurion played smart. He just got back on me. I gave him a little bit of peel, as they call it, as I made it so it was easier for him to escape. Let's see if we can help out. There we go, Mal'Ganis. Oh, they dropped. That's an ultimate right there. Oh, that's gonna be a dead Jaina. If I can actually get up there and get some shots on. There we go. Let's get rid of Jaina's ulti right here. And I wish I could do more damage. There we go. Goodness gracious, that thing took forever to die. Hey, we're on a killing spree. Look at this go. Looks like the objective is going to be up top there in about 15 seconds or so. No, I'm not going to be able to save him from that. He had way too low of health. All right. We're going to be... Ooh, going for the ultimate there. I'll take that. The ultimate you're seeing right there is what Malfurion can do. It heals pretty much everyone around him for a lot. That big snow... the big water elemental that we saw earlier, that was one of Jaina's ultimates that she chose. Of course, you pick your ultimates like you would any other talent. All right, come on back now. Going for a mind control. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and drop this, that's my ultimate right here I just dropped. We're going to hopefully scare them away with this, which is actually kind of working. I think that actually saved us a little bit there. We could have actually lost a lot right there, but we didn't. Murky's going to die, but that's okay. That's what Murky does. Murky dies. As you can see here, he only has like a 5-second respawn timer. But that's because Murky can place down an egg, which allows him to respawn very quickly. And here comes Jaina, getting a little bit too close again. Focus on Jaina. Oh, Zeratul dipped out. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. He could have probably picked off that Jaina right there. All right, we're staying on the objective. It's up to 25% right now. And let's knock you back. And get some damage off. And back it up, because I'm like pretty much out of cooldowns right now. I will say I should get this shot off right there. There we go. And we're just going to keep backing up. We're going to take a little sippy here, because I'm low on health. Mana's okay. Murky's going down. Malfurion just now coming out of spawn. You can see up here at the top, like, what people's respawn timers are and stuff. And, yeah, right now it's just fine for us to sit back, wait for everyone to kind of regroup. I mean, we had 51% progress. They're at 21% right now. We have a little bit of time to work with. And I think I'm focusing their Diablo a little bit too much, but he's doing such a great job of getting right in our way and taking damage, just being a big wall. And, all right, clear those minions. Now let's push up. Mal'Ganis is going to be here in just a second. And we end up losing our Zeratul for no reason. Okay, that's not very good. And we're going to take Giddy up here, which is going to increase our mount speed. It's looking like they are going to be getting this, unless... yeah. We're just going to have to dip on out. Actually, no, I'm not going to dip out. As much as I want to go split push right now, I'm going to stay here to try and help take out the robot, because I'm one of the more consistent damage dealers on the team right now. And I should not be staying in that fire as much as I am. Thank you for the heal there. It's actually very good healing. And now we're going to drop this. I wanted to wait for it. That may actually push the robot out of there, unless he wants to stand right in it. We'll see how it goes. Okay. You're going to go for a stun on me? I'll go stun on you, friend. That Diablo may be going down here if we can focus our damage. You got to put to sleep there. A little bit of CC. There we go. And I end up going down as well. A little bit of a trade there. I was getting focused down, I think, by their robot. Lily was one that actually finished me, but their robot freaking... Whew, lots of damage there from pretty much everybody involved. If you actually hit the after action report, I believe I can see what all did damage to me. Yeah, it was Lily who was in the gunner, which actually was doing a lot of the damage to me. And she's the one that actually got the killing blow on me. Makes sense. GG Murky. Why are we GGing our Murky? Of course, there is a game chat that you can use. So far, I would say it's a relatively close match. We are down by 2 levels, which means, you know, they have a little bit more health, a little bit more damage than us. And they also took down one of our towers so far, which is less than ideal. But still, a game that we can come back. I feel as though the Murky needs to split push a bit more. If we had Murky pushing bottom right now, that would be fantastic. That would be really good. Let's see if we can get some more damage off on this bot. I'm healing myself, but... It's hard to heal through all the damage when they're focusing me down like this. Let's see if we can get down this ult. There we go. Take a sippy. And I'm just going to go bottom lane right now and start pushing. And this... Oh, okay. They picked off their Lily. Maybe I should be pushing in with them. Oh, no. They're going to get their Diablo. That's perfect. So right now, I'm just going to focus on this and try and get ourselves a camp. Although I might not be able to do it with how much health I have. We'll see. And nope, just got my E back. We're good. We'll be able to heal ourselves up. So this is going to be a camp. Every map is going to have these different camps that you can get that usually either give you like really buff minions or sometimes different objective pieces. So on this map, if you take the camps, you actually get a turret, which you now have as a key here, which you can actually place down. That turret can help us take the objective later on. It's like literally a turret you put on the ground that will deal damage to anyone that kind of comes near it. And of course, it can be taken down as well. It's good to have those turrets, right? And up here are going to be siege camps, which are going to basically be like big minions that are stronger than all the other minions in the lane that can help you push towards the towers a little bit more. Let's heal ourselves up here. Keep an eye on the map at all times. Always trying to have an idea of what's going on around you. But right now, my team's doing pretty good. They're pushing up. And I'm just really trying to focus on taking this bottom lane a little bit. But here comes Murky. I may just want to leave the Murky alone. Oh, yeah. Murky's going to be able to take this down pretty easily. And let's go ahead and take a shot at you. There we go. Now we have a new talent here. Which should we actually take? I'm going to take Empowers, give him some pepper here. Maybe I don't want to take that. I'm actually not sure which talent I want at this point. Looks like we're setting up for a bit of a team fight. Get some heals here from our Malfurion. Actually, we're getting everyone kind of grouped up together here. Deals more damage and heals. We'll do more damage for our Q right now. That'll actually help, I think, a little bit more with that Diablo getting in our way a lot. There might be better talents, but again, it's been so long since I've played this game that's actually kind of hard for me to really tell. You can ping by holding down G and then doing up, down, left, or right. And right here, I just pinged them heading to this objective right here. And the reason why I wanted to ping that was because, hey, you know, we're all right here. We're all grouped up. Let's really quickly grab this siege camp and have that, start pushing the top lane for us as we prepare for the next objective. Oh, here they're coming for us. We're going to drop the ultimates. About to be a fight. We got the objective. And he's unstoppable, but we can probably take down their Diablo here unless he gets some more healing. Lily's coming up with the sippies, but she has to run away. Now we can probably pick up... Oh, no. Focus. No, I hate the fact that she's stopped right now. Get the Jan... Oh, stop stasising. Oh, no, she stasis herself there. Okay, I thought that was the Zeratul ultimate again. Now, one of the things about heroes that's definitely going to take some getting used to, especially for a lot of newer players, which I imagine maybe a lot of you guys would be, is it's going to take a while to understand what every hero in the game can do. I won't lie to you guys. There are characters in this game, I don't know what they do. Going back to stats here, this Orphea, I never played against her before. Sylvanas got reworked recently. I don't know what her new talents are. I don't know that. Her abilities are probably mostly the same, but it will take a while to understand how every hero works and their ultimates and what builds they're going into. You can see what talents everyone's taken right here. It takes a while to get used to that kind of stuff, right? It really does. But once you kind of get used to it, the game is very rewarding and very fun. For some reason, we lost Zeratul again. Now we thought, why are we fighting for no reason? Well, now I pretty much have to abandon the objective because they're all going to be coming down. We're down... they have 5 people alive. We have 3. How do I put danger? I forget. Danger. There we go. Yeah, we're going to put danger on there. Just don't go near it right now. We have to wait for everyone to be alive again. We can't take the objective. You should ask me, why are people so nice to help me? Oh, why are people so... Wait. Why are people so nice to help someone so retarded? Always gotta be nice. One of the things I've learned in Heroes, as soon as one person on your team gets toxic, like you oftentimes hear that in games like this that like a character, somebody gets toxic, or the community as a whole is toxic. That can definitely happen, right? It's true of most games out there, right? But as long as you try to go in there with a positive mindset and you don't try to get toxic to your team, it'll be pretty good. Most of the time things are good. But as soon as you devolve in like name calling and stuff like that, or getting angry at each other, things tend to go south pretty quickly. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can get the Sylvanas. No, take a shot there. There we go. And she's rooted. Easy kill on the Sylvanas there. Now, they're going to probably end up... I'm going to try and focus down this girl here. I don't even know what she does. They have a turret, and I can place down my turret, which I'm going to right now. And then just try to run away, because I need the healing. I don't know if that's her ultimate or an ability, but that was Orphea? What's her name? That was her ability right there. I did that damage. My turret is still up, doing a little bit of damage here to their to their robot, but it's not helping out a lot, honestly. It's working, right? But it didn't really do as much as we would hope. Now, the Murky here is split pushing. I love Murky. Murky is... Okay, so what's about Murky? Let's talk about Murky here for a second, since we have 35 seconds before I respawn. Murky does a lot of wave clear. He throws down a pufferfish like that does AoE damage, then it blows up, doing more AoE damage. He can protect himself with his bubble, and most importantly, he can place down an egg, and I believe he has the egg right there. Now, when Murky has that egg placed, that's where he respawns. His respawn timer, no matter what, is always like between 5 and 7 seconds, and he always respawns as egg. So you can also place down you can replace down your egg wherever you want. So the idea for a Murky is to, even if you die, it's okay if you die, because you have a very low health pool, like the lowest in the game, as well as your respawn egg. You split push around the map like he's doing right now. Do all the AoE damage, get those minions down, get those towers down, and be a constant nuisance for the opposing team. That's kind of how Murky is played. Raynor is more of a team fighter. He can also be a wave clearer. He's really good at killing minions as well. Of course, once again, I don't know much about our boy Mal'Ganis here, but he's really more of a damage dealer. Of course, when you're talking support, oh my gosh. Whew. He just kind of walked into his death there. Now let's see if we can, there we go, get some damage off, and, nope, finisher, oh my gosh, the heals are insane. Ooh, and the elbow ended up going down, I'll take that. Give her, empowers basic attacks, there we go, increase basic attack speed by 20%, I'll take that for sure. Very good kills right there. Well, now, it's respawned. I can't heal, I can't heal right now for another like 5 seconds or so. This is terrible. Let's take a sippy, and then that's going to give me a lot of my health back. And then... There we go. He's going to focus on taking down this guy first, then you get his turret, because he heals his turret, if you guys don't know. So you kill him, and then you take down his turret. And we're going to do our Q on it just to try and do some more damage there, which I'm not even sure what that actually did to it. But and then we grab our turret, and we hop on our mount, and we get out of dodge. It's looking like we have some minions pushing up on our core. Now, one of the interesting things about heroes, and maybe I should have mentioned this earlier, but so there's a reason why you're taking down their towers and stuff. It's not necessarily just because, oh yeah, we got to get rid of their towers because we want to. If you have a tower advantage on your opponent, your minions are stronger. You get these stronger minions in the back like these ones right here. Because down here in bottom lane, they have their tower and we don't, they get those catapult minions that you just saw right there, which are very powerful and help, you know, it's like a rich get richer kind of thing where they will help push through your forces even quicker, right? So you want to try and be even in terms of your towers. Right now, neither team has a mid tower, but, you know, they have a top and the bottom. We don't have our top and bottom, which is kind of frustrating. Let's go up here and just group up with Murky and Zeratul, see what's going on with them. All right, they're right. Oh, they just took the camp right below us, so gotta be careful right there. And now they're all gonna get pushed. And yeah, missed my Q. I'm just going to drop this as a way to hopefully allow myself to escape. Our team's actually coming up right now. We might be able to do a little bit of damage. Let's get some damage up here onto... There we go. Diablo, if everyone... Oh, I hate that it keeps stopping them like that. It allows us to surround them, but at the same time, it's like, man, I wish we could just like finish up and get our kills now. There we go. Took down their Diablo. Let's get some shots here on Sylvanas. Back it up. Now, let's actually work on this tower here a little bit while we're at it. I mean, we have no... Oh, I was about to say we have no objective up right now, but it's going to be going up here in about 30 seconds. All right. Work on their tower. Ooh. Oh! The damage! What even did that? All right, now I'm going to show you guys a new mechanic. It's called Hearthstoning. You can Hearthstone by pressing B, which will, after the cast time, take you all the way back to your core. And when you're sitting in here inside your base like this, it heals you pretty quickly and gets you your mana back. Which is nice. I still don't know, honestly, what did that much damage to me. Really quickly, while I'm here, I'm going to go through and kill off this wave, because otherwise they're going to slowly but surely start doing a lot of damage to our core. And, you know, we have a... Well, we had an advantage on a man advantage earlier, but right now our team's got the objective. We should be okay. I'll clear these guys out and then make my way over there and get our... get my turret down, which would be helpful. Merc needs help up top. They're pushing top on us. I mean, they can... That's fine, really. I'm not really... Yeah, they're coming down, though. I mean, what were we supposed to do there? It doesn't really matter that they were up there, honestly. All right, and now we're going to get my turret down right here. Yeah, Sylvanas, you don't like that, do you? We're going to heal up a little bit. And now we're going to drop this. Stay on the objective and get some damage off. There we go. We might be able to focus down that Diablo. There we go. I mean, if you get their big, scary tank like that out of the way, usually it's a bad idea to focus their tank. But, man, I like focusing them sometimes because when you do, you can do some scary things. All right. Oh, we got ourselves a little bit of a heal coming up. They're coming up for me. That was very good, using that CC there by Zeratul. Oh, Malfurion's on the way. Give me that heal. There you go, buddy. All right, let's do this. Back him up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought we were going to engage. I thought we were going to engage, not just run around in circles. I thought we could actually do something there, but Zeratul got cold feet, and you know, obviously Malfurion being a healer, he's not going to dive in immediately. I probably could have waited a little bit longer to go in, but I mean, with their Diablo down, I kind of liked our chances right there. I really did. Looks like we're about to lose. Oh, yeah, about to lose Malfurion. Oh, but they end up losing their Jaina. Might lose their Sylvanas if Zeratul stops. Just there you go, Zeratul. Get him, Zeratul. Then also get her too. You've got the health. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Well, freaking done. Help out Murky. It's okay. It's a Murky. He'll come back to life. But yeah, there you go. Big time plays. Big time plays here, boys. Now she's got to retreat for sure. All right, and then they're not really attacking our core. Oh, our core is actually pretty low. We need to defend this. For sure. Somebody needs to get that. I can get it. I'll clear it. I didn't realize I was about to be up in like 5 seconds. So what's actually happening right here? You guys still got the objective? They should hopefully still have the objective. All right. Let's get rid of this. Do we have any more coming? We do. I'll quickly try and get rid of all this. I hope they... Oh, no. They're starting to overrun them on the objective. We had to do this, though, because our core is losing a lot of health to these super minions here. All right. Well, now we've lost 2 people. They are without their Sylvanas. But that's not the end of the world, really. Are we going to go in? We kind of have to go in. Oh, man, that went really quick. All right. Now let's see about actually just killing these guys off right now. Okay, so, I mean, he got inside the robot, but that's fine. It's one Diablo in there. He doesn't even have a gunner in there helping him. So if we can actually try to ignore him and focus down the other people, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, we need to try and get out of here best we can. I'm not going to be able to help him. That's unfortunate. Well, we lost a lot of people right there. That might be GG. Yeah, Zertul's right. That might be the end of the game. I don't know. It probably is. Given that our core is so low, it probably is. All right, and now we're just going to try and focus down this Lily. I'm going to be able to heal myself here in a second, too. Oh, just going to kite him around. All right. There we go. Back it up. I mean, if we really want to win this, we have to get rid of that. Oh, mind controlled by the Sylvanas. That's the end of me. That's an ultimate that Sylvanas has. She mind controls you, where she controls your character and your movement for like 2 seconds, something like that. I think we actually check. After 2.5 seconds, you fire a missile that mind controls the first enemy hero hit, and heroes hit are silenced, slowed by 30%, and forced to walk towards Sylvanas for 1.75 seconds. That's actually slightly different, I think, than what it used to be like. I could be wrong, but I think, pretty positive, that's a little bit different than how it used to be. But like I said, the chances are, you know, with these games, how they balance the matchmaking most of the time is people have a 50-50 win rate most of the time. Some people, like the really good players, might be closer to 55%, maybe 60, really depending. We'll give it to that. We'll give it to Fuzzy there. Give my little accolade to Fuzzy. Make him feel better about himself for not really being comfortable playing the game. But, yeah, people try for they try to have a 50-50 win rate. I think overall, as a whole, my win rate in this game is just below 50. Yeah, all around 49.1% win rate. So it's not like in Call of Duty where I can carry my team to an 80% win rate, which I do in pretty much every COD game. Heroes is a little bit different than that. Or of course, here you can see my win rate with the different, I keep wanting to call them specialists. I have Call of Duty on the mind. With the different heroes here in this game, my best win rate is actually Sergeant Hammer, who I have almost a 70% win rate with. She's just really good in quick match. If you don't like work around a Sergeant Hammer, she can just tear apart your team. 6-3 is Lucio, 2-1 as Valera, 2-1 as Tracer, 21-11 as Thrall, 17-9 as Probius, 22-12 as Tyrael. My favorite character, of course, Murky. 69-50 with him, 119 games, 58% win rate. Pretty good, right? But all in all, that was a fun match. I really did enjoy that a lot. But now let's go ahead and start talking about the different aspects of the game that maybe I wasn't able to explain at the very beginning. So at this point, I feel as though I've given you guys a pretty good breakdown of how the game is played. Of course, every hero is going to play differently, and every match is going to be different because you're going to have different team comps and different maps popping up. But I feel as though at this point, you guys have a pretty basic understanding of how the game itself is played. So now I feel as though I should tell you about the various heroes within this game, as well as how you unlock them, and go into a little bit about the loot system as well as the daily quest system. So as you guys may imagine, with a game like Heroes of the Storm, there are lots of different heroes in this game, with even more heroes coming out pretty much every couple of months, right? Now, what's weird about this game is you don't get all of them by default. It's not like Overwatch in that every hero is going to be free for everybody all the time. There are only certain free heroes each and every week, and they rotate those free heroes out on a weekly basis. You can see what heroes these are by looking for the little heroes logo above the icon here. You can, of course, you can see it here for Uther. You can see it here on Raynor. You can see it over here on Sonya. You can see it here on Whitemane. All those characters are free to play, and anybody can have access to them. Now, the other characters you're going to have to unlock with either gold or gems. Keep in mind, this is a free-to-play game, therefore it does have a free-to-play business model, which is not the most consumer-friendly thing in the world, but it is a free-to-play game, right? So how this works, let's find a character that I don't have yet that maybe I would want. I actually really want to get Mal'Ganis because I love his lore in World of Warcraft, so I kind of want to play him here in this game as well. And as you can see, how you unlock Mal'Ganis is you have to either spend 750 50 gems or 10,000 gold. Gems are things that you buy with real life money, right? You can buy gems with your credit card pretty much here in the game, but gold is earned by playing the game, right? As you can see, we have these different quests that pop up. You get a new quest each and every day, and they vary in terms of how good they are and how difficult they are. So play 8 games, it may sound like that's a good one, right? Because you get 800 gold for it, but playing 8 games takes a pretty long time, right? You guys saw how long that last game was that I played. It takes a while to get through 8 games, but still it's a pretty good daily quest to have. Here's one for playing 2 games as an Overwatch hero for 200 gold, win 3 games, and then get 600 gold. And also, I believe, if I recall correctly, you get 500 gold every time you get a new character up to level 5. So there's a lot of different ways to actually get gold. As you can see here, I have 13,000 something. One of the things I actually did, and it's actually pretty easy to do this if you play the game consistently, with new heroes coming out pretty much every couple of months, in that time, if you do your daily quests, you can save up enough gold to get that new hero outright the day he actually releases, which is usually pretty good. But the only other way, of course, would be to play the free heroes or purchase them with real life money. Now, if we go and check out the collection tab here, there are going to be hero bundles. Here's the Welcome to the Nexus bundle, which I don't know how much it costs because I already have all these heroes, but I think it's somewhere in the ballpark of like $10, maybe $15 or something like that, and then you unlock all these different characters for the game. I can say from experience, Lucio, very good. Dahaka can be good, but he's really tough to play. Zul is one of my favorite characters in the game, hands down. Johanna is an absolute monster. Thrall's okay. I think he's actually much better now than he was back then. Jaina is one of my favorite characters. Vala is one of my favorite characters. Tronda is really tough to play. Raynor, you guys saw. And then Muradin is one of the tankiest, easiest to play tanks in the game, who's just all around good in pretty much every situation. Actually, it tells you right here, 1,600. Even though I own the entire thing, it tells me how much it costs. So 1,600, that's going to be about $15, $16 to unlock all these different characters. And that gives you kind of like a nice base for playing the game. You have all those characters, you're ready to go, you can play all your games, you can do your quests, or at least a lot of them, and then start saving up your gold to buy all the other characters that you may or may not actually want. And of course, there are other bundles as well. This one's freaking massive. Now, it says it's 78% off and it's only 400 gems, but don't let that fool you. That's only for me. And the reason why it's only for me is it's going to change on a person-by-person basis. If you already have characters, which I have a lot of these guys already, it's going to lower the cost of the bundle. And because I only am missing like 3 people or maybe 4 in this entire bundle, it lowered it down to 400 gems, right? That's how the bundling system works, which is actually good. You're not forced to buy something that you already have. They give you a discount if you already have that particular hero unlocked. Now, going back to the Mal'Ganis example, let's say I want Mal'Ganis, but I'm not sure if I want to drop my dollary dues on Mal'Ganis, or I don't want to drop my 10,000 gold, because 10,000 gold is a lot of gold, right? Well, you can go and check out that hero and then go to the try mode, which I think is actually one of the best features, because this allows you to really take your time. It's an AI match. You can take all the time in the world. It's basically like a test range, right? You can read all of your abilities, really try to understand them. You can slowly go through every single one of your talents. You can set your level all the way up to 20 or even 30, right? Which will allow you to go through and pick all of your talents. You can just pick wherever you want. You can go back. You can reset your talents wherever you want and then try out something new. And you can actually test them against bots here with an ally against an enemy. You have a little tower right there. You have a fort right there. You can also go down here. There's a healing dummy to test out on. There's also going to be a target dummy here. Malfurion, why are you down here trying to help me? Come on. All sorts of things. There's a siege camp that you can practice taking. You're like, I wonder if, for example, I don't know anything, full disclosure, I don't know anything about Mal'Ganis, but let's say you're like, okay, if I'm level 15 as Mal'Ganis and I've taken these talents, am I going to be strong enough to take a siege camp by myself without somebody helping me? Let's go find out, right? You can go and try that out, and that's one of the cool things about this, right? So it's not like you're going in blind or anything. You can really get an idea for what your characters can do and how they work. Again, I'm pressing buttons right now. I have no idea how this character works. I haven't even read his abilities yet. But yeah, it's really good to have that here in the game. Of course, microtransactions are a very big deal in a free-to-play game. I do wish that every single hero was available by default, like Overwatch, but you can actually get a lot of different heroes by playing the game or by spending a small amount of money, which in no way is typically comparable to, what you spend while playing a $60 game, for example. If you drop $60 on this game, you'll get pretty much every hero, or at least a lot of them anyway, which is not that bad of a system. Now, of course, skins are going to be a pretty big deal. real, and they are very expensive. They change in rarity. You have your rare skins, your epic skins, your seasonal skins that can only be gotten during certain events. You have your loot boxes and things like that. Like, legendary skins, man, I don't get it. You can buy this thing, right, outright, or you can spend 2,400 shards. The only way to get shards is to get duplicates from your loot boxes, right? So it's kind of hard to actually get those shards. And so you can get all different skins here. A lot of them are actually pretty good. I will say a lot of these skins are actually pretty fantastic. Of course, there's different mounts that you can get as well here in the store. You can get sprays, banners. Banners are things that pop up whenever you take a siege camp. And until that siege camp refreshes, your banner will be there if you are the person that took the siege camp. Sprays put down on the map, different announcer packs, which will replace the default announcer, voice lines for your characters, emojis to type in chat. My personal favorite one here, I'm going to type it in for everyone, is Mercool. It's literally Murky with sunglasses. I like Mercool quite a lot. It's really cool. And then there's portraits as well that you can get for your character here. So all sorts of different stuff like that. Microtransactions. It's a free-to-play game. It's kind of to be expected, I suppose. But all in all, I do like Heroes of the Storm a lot. I feel as though the systems that they have in place here are actually pretty good in a lot of different circumstances. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all for my little comprehensive, if you can even call it that, guide here for this game. I figured, you know, if I'm going back to play it, and I haven't played the game in so long, if I'm like relearning how to play, why not record and make a video of it and then talk about the game and maybe get some other people interested in it? Because at the end of the day, I really do like Heroes. Again, this is not a sponsored video or anything. I actually do have a couple of other Heroes videos here on my channel as well, but I've been playing the game for 3 years. I have almost 2,000 matches played. We have to go over here to statistics. I have almost 2,000 matches played, and you saw how long those matches are, right? Anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes most of the time. I put a lot of time here in the Heroes. I really do enjoy the game. It is a lot of fun, whether it's playing, you know, quick match like we did, or unranked, which is basically the same as quick match, but you have a draft. So, you know, you guys go back and forth picking. You guys know what draft systems are, I would hope, by this point. By this day and age, I imagine most people know what a draft is in video games. Then you have ranked, which of course you have to do your 10 placement games. Then you get placed and you play ranked. There's different tiers like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, all that stuff like that. If you're wondering, I'm not very good. I am high silver, low gold in this game, but I obviously haven't played yet this season. Brawls, which are kind of like Hearthstone Brawls, if you're aware of those, they're like fun little mini modes and events. You also get loot boxes from that. And yeah, I'm trying to think what else is there. I think you get new loot boxes when you level up as well. Special loot boxes for getting certain heroes to certain levels. And of course, you can straight up buy loot boxes here from the store for different gems and stuff like that. So that's a way to maybe have a randomized chance of getting some of the things that you want. But of course, you do get loot boxes for playing the game, and those loot boxes can contain heroes. So that's also another way to get some heroes to play with that as well. But ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much all I have for you guys here in this video. Oh, versus AI. You can play against AI full AI matches. You can play by yourself against AI with AI teammates. You can play with friends against AI. You can play with random people online against AI. There's a whole robust AI system here in this game, which may be worth checking out if you want to get into Heroes, but you're worried about hopping online and maybe not understanding your character or understanding the map or anything like that. There is a form of skill-based matchmaking in this game, so it tries not to put people who are brand new against, you know, like people like me that have like 2,000 matches played. Rarely does that happen, right? Most of the time you'll face other people who also are new to the game, which will definitely help out that learning curve just a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you guys here in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see more Heroes content here on the channel, let me know down there in the comments. But until then, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.